Hi Leo, welcome to the channel. I'll have a whole separate video to do with like who I am and what all this is about. Mainly connecting the dots of your life through the cards. Possibly what you can see, and then also showing you in between the lines. Yeah, Scorpio season, happy new moon in Scorpio. A lot of feelings, depth of emotion, and I don't know, I was feeling Leo really strong today, so it's time. Apparently the cards are too. Queen of Swords and the Emperor to begin. Mars just moved direct too, is moving direct today. So you might be feeling assertive, or like you're ready to assert yourself now that Mars has gone direct. And it's been kind of like a mix-up for a lot of people for a while now, in terms of not reacting too much or speaking their mind if needed. And then also not getting too caught up in the Aries swing of things, meaning thinking that you're an Aries and you're not. Saying things that you may not normally say. And sometimes it's needed to air it out, and then sometimes it's necessary to keep quiet. I feel like you may have a lot to say in terms of, I'm getting business, career-wise right now. I feel a lot of softness coming from you, from Leos right now. This powerful softness, the strength of the lioness. Seven of Pentacles. So this month is really, it's maybe speaking to yourself about what your deep values are and getting really clear on what those are this month. In terms of being really clear with yourself, being really clear with whatever and however you want to direct this wave of energy that you might be feeling. And if you're not feeling it yet, you will be very soon. King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Nine of Wands. Almost said swords. So, there's someone you may have started to build a life with. You're thinking about your future. Everyone's thinking about their future this month. That's come up a lot. The Ten of Pentacles is very strong right now. The strength that you feel about getting clear on what those deep set of values and maybe even what your goals are in terms of how you want to assert yourself. This word assertion keeps coming up. So how you want to maybe assert yourself into this next chapter, into this next portion of life as things start to go direct, even though we're still in Scorpio season. There's this, the more that you focus on that part, on what you're building rather than what is showing its face right now, the more will be revealed. Especially with the Capricorn planets. If this person's a partner, if this is partnership, this person wants to maybe give you the world. Maybe wants to give you a lot. Or there's an exchange, a mutual exchange, but there's something that's going to be revealed soon to you. I don't think it's happened yet. I know we're midway through the month, and I'm doing these intuitively. It's been quite a week this week. So I wanted to make sure I was ready to do this for you. being really picky about what they want to say to you. And I think that's important. I think that you're also in this place of being much more picky with your energy too, and that's important. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles coming out after the Nine of Wands is this. What will be revealed to you will be revealed to you through how you speak. The way that you speak that is so clear and easy and playful at the same time as there's depth of value to it. And I think that it's possible that the partner that you're with, or that you're able to do that with the partner that you're with, but also in the way that you create in the world, in the way that you want to assert yourself next. It's through Magician. I just saw that before too, so it's funny. So you're being asked how you want to keep allowing this to transform. It's very easeful. So if this month has felt easeful for most of you, understand that it's going to keep revealing what's needed for next season, for Sagittarius season. This month I find is a lot about being really clear about what is no longer serving you, meaning and I know that seems really obvious, but it's all the way down to the emotional things that are really unnecessary to hold on to anymore. And having it be the Scorpio new moon, I feel like maybe this week or even today, you might realize what's necessary and of value for how you begin to share yourself, especially next month. It really is an alchemization process, and it's possible you've been thinking about this for a while. You've been acting on it, of course, as you do. But this month is asking you to become the maturity that you feel most of the time. Yet also have this sense of lightheartedness that you normally do have, but it's about what's being experienced right now and how that's going to shift and change for the years to come, but more so especially in the next few months. I think what's coming up is Jupiter is going from Capricorn to Aquarius next month, and I have a feeling that that's going to play kind of a role in how things start rolling out for you. It'll be by the end of Sagittarius season, but bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, it seems like things are money-wise maybe working rather slowly right now. And it's because the shift is happening. So it's like you know how you need to act in order to, get what you want, basically. But it's also what you need. So it's in tandem. And here you are at the bottom of the deck now. You're able to feel like yourself in a way that is powerful, creative, and able to not only speak what you want, maybe write it down. I always am someone who really think that's important, especially if it's stuff that's holding you back from doing what's important to you. But you've been doing the internal work for a while. And it's not just the internal work that you're doing on yourself, but it's the internal infrastructure of how you want things and how you want to present things as things, how you want to present your chosen career path as you move forward. I have a feeling that if you have your own business, even if you work with someone, things might shift and change in a different way, or you might even receive some type of offer come Sagittarius season, so very soon, about a week from now, week and a half, as we enter into it. Just be mindful or I feel like you're very aware of yourself at this point and aware of the power that you hold. If you're, as we're all going through this transition, but if you're someone who's going through that transition of really understanding how you carry yourself and how you see yourself and how maybe others see you, it's important that you continue to be very clear. You can always choose again, but this is asking you to remember that just because you did what you needed to do on your end doesn't mean that the universe is going to supply that right away or in an instant. So it's also feeling the power of patience within yourself, and to use what you've learned and the self-study that you've been doing, or the inner work or the inner creativeness, to keep doing that, especially when you're feeling the lightheartedness or if you need it. So if you're needing that lightheartedness or that playfulness or whatever it is that you value, and I know Leos value that dearly, tap into that, because that's what's going to alter the process in a way that's even more magnificent. And it's going to seem like it's magic. And then all of a sudden things will be showing up and you're like, oh, this is no big deal. But it's allowing yourself to stay in that very strong, assertive place. Assert when you feel the strength to. Not just because you can. There's a difference. And because the way that things are working with you right now is, if you're worried about money, know that it's okay to worry. And yet, when you're worried, what energy goes into what you're doing? Is that what you want to create? And I know that sometimes under pressure things can seem like they come easier even to you, or it's easier to get things done, but that's not actually, that's something I feel like you've learned from, or not even that you've learned from, but you've learned you don't want to do anymore. So every time you feel that strength, that energy to assert yourself, but it's not exactly to someone, or what you're like putting yourself out there in a different way, or at work, choosing a different role or seeing things differently. This is about you and asserting yourself into what you're doing and into what's been helpful on this inner work, and putting it into that, or using it to create something externally. You might be wanting to pair up with your partner or someone, a guy, not just a guy, a strong male figure in your life possibly. That could be good for you too, just for fun even. Or you're thinking about it. It's possible that you're really thinking about collaboration at this time too, as long as you're getting your needs met from yourself. Not to just do something just because someone else says, oh, we should do this, or you think you should do that, and run on it. If the other person isn't equally as invested in something, you know that's not the way to go. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look at these. There's information below if you want to work with me one-on-one. I'm evolving as I go, so I hope that you stay along for the journey, my Leos. I know it can seem a little in the dark right now, considering certain things, but I feel like a lot of you have been through most of the muck so far. The struggle of money, of being social, of being out there. But I find that this month, and in the past month, you've really found what you need in this time to move forward and possibly let out some assertiveness, let out some anger, maybe. Yeah. I know that you have built this way to be strong, so you don't want to fall back now. Now's not the time to go back. But you know that. And you've already been working on that, and you understand that this is about really meeting your values in a way that is more, it's not even about, well, it is about intimacy, but it's about the power, the intimate power that you may feel, the strength that you may feel. I hope this has been helpful. I love you. Information's below. And stay tuned. Hello there, Leo. My sweater is getting in the way. As you see here, coming in feeling ready to face Mars, to face yourself, to face the fire that you may be feeling. You may be feeling lit up because you've been really working hard for a while in ways that matter both internally and externally. And it seems that you've met your match in a certain way. Whether it's that masculine, strong, magnetic energy in yourself, or a person, a partner, a strong male figure in your life. It's possible that you're even influencing that person to do what you're doing just by doing it and by saying very little. And there's this newfound strength and fuel for the next coming years of your life to really setting that foundation of what you really want, to having, to not even just that, but accepting it and sitting with it so that it reveals to you what's needing to be revealed. And it may not come until next month or in a couple weeks, actually. It might be even a new idea. This newfound, maybe even partner in business, like I said before, or maybe a collaboration. I really do feel strongly about that for some of you out there. I know that it's okay if the money's slow. It's something that you enjoy. It's something that it's using a lot of your skill sets. Leos are naturally creative. They rule the 5th house of creativity. And it seems as though you're getting a lot of what you want and what you need together. And you may be being really clear about what you're willing to put into things. And the more you get clear about what those values, what you want and need, especially knowing what you need, more of what you want then begins to reveal itself, this innate desire, that you may be offered even more than you've imagined. Or this one really dope thing comes along and you're like, yeah. It could be a person, maybe someone with more youthful spirit, or it could be an idea, like a solid idea that needs maturing, but you're ready to start working with it. And just noticing that. and that Mars wants to support that. The way that you need to speak in terms of communication is the way that you're continuing to work and act in what you do and who you do it with, and how that adds up to what the 10th step is, what maybe a goal is. It's a very smooth month for you in terms of that. It's very clear. Scorpio season isn't very difficult on you this year. It's kind of just smoothing out some things that's been revealed to you probably in Aries season, or even around winter last year, or the beginning of winter this time last year. Things are starting to really smooth out and become rather clear for you. And there's a light and there's a fire, and I feel it. I feel the very focused energy that Sagittarius season wants you to have fully. So be clear, rest on it, take care of yourself. I hope you're all taking care of yourself the way that you need to, getting what you need. Scorpio season. Yes, the information is below if you want to work with me. And I'll see you next month, next season, very soon. Love you, Leo.